I can't think of anything more painful and heartbreaking than having your husband say, I don't love you anymore. Maybe I never did. Or it's over, I'm in love with someone else. Or maybe even worse, to discover those things without him saying anything. It's only human to be angry at him for being such a jerk. As for a woman, you likely want him to hurt the way you hurt when he did the terrible thing. Of course, there is no real comfort in making him suffer, even though it's something that could make you feel better. There are ever specific things you can do that will give you real relief from that continuous age and also help you put your family back together. This isn't conventional relationship advice, so I invite you to consider staying open to the possibility that you can put everything right again, but only if you do these things very, very differently than you've been doing them before. Everything I'm going to suggest to you sounds contrary, but there is a method to my madness. Here are the specific actions I recommend to recover the good you had together in the beginning. So let's start with the first one. 1. Suspend his sentence temporarily. I don't want to diminish that what he did, like moved out, cheated, found someone else, was an incredibly hurtful betrayal. It was the worst. But he didn't do it to hurt you. He did it because something was missing in your marriage. You've known it too, but didn't know what to do about it. He didn't either. He was vulnerable because there was no little oxygen in your marriage. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it okay. It just makes him human. You're human. If you can set aside his crime for the moment and stay focused on the ultimate goal of saving your marriage, you'll give yourself a huge advantage. If you're having a visceral reaction to this idea right now, keep in mind that I'm in your corner, and this is not the end of the story. It's only the beginning, and the story will get much, much better. Number 2, get happy. I know it sounds strange because you're in the worst heartbreak and pain of your life, but it's absolutely imperative that you make yourself ridiculously happy right away. Do whatever you have to do to make yourself smile, feel inspired, delighted, self-expressed, alive, and loved by family and friends. Yes, you are in shock and angry, and all the situation sucks. It feels like your life is on fire, but you can reclaim it by deciding to have some pleasurable moments every day. I can't stress this one enough. It's an important step to ask what's rightfully yours, a gratifying life with a monogamous, playful, and passionate marriage. 3. Keep it short. You probably have lots to say to him, but consider keeping it as short and as sweet as you can. 4. Listen big. Instead of telling him how hurt and upset you are, consider being on the quiet side and giving him the space to talk by providing emotional safety, no anger, no judgment. For one whole evening or at least 1 hour, just say, I hear you, or oh, yes, and nothing else. One woman did this at her marriage counseling sessions, and her husband said, I keep waiting for you to stop me, but you didn't. She just smiled, and it wasn't long before he moved back home. Number 5. Clean up your side of the street. You have been wronged, and he's the one who is behaving badly. But there is enormous power in inspecting your side of the street to see if there are messes you regret and you want to clean up. Look for ways you were critical or controlling. Say, I apologize for being disrespectful. Watch your dignity return. Number 6. Get pleasurable. If your husband tries to make you happy in any way, big or small, and in my experience, he will, do your best to receive the gesture and reflect your pleasure at his effort. You deserve those efforts, and he will feel good knowing he was able to please you. 7. Thank him. With so much going wrong, it feels really strange to focus on what's going right. But if you thank him for small things like picking up the kids, for asking how are you, you'll be focusing your attention on the things you want instead of those things that you don't want. What you focus on increase. 8. Skip marriage counseling. I brought my husband to marriage counseling thinking the counselor will fix my husband and then I could finally be happy. Of course, that's not how it works, but no couple ever got happier by complaining about each other for an hour a week anyway. 9. Smile at him. He's going to expect anger or tears. What if you just freak him out by smiling when he sees you? You may not feel like he deserves your smile, but what if this was more about you than him anyway? What if it was a manifestation of your commitment to have a happy life, regardless of what your husband is doing? If he asks you why you are so happy, you can tell him that his recent announcement or behavior reminded you that life is short and you decided to pay more attention to your happiness. 10. Stay off the fence. There are going to be days when you think it's not worth it or it's hopeless and stupid to try to save your marriage. Of course, you'll get discouraged, but your vision of being a happy couple is worthwhile and possible. When you find yourself on the fence about your marriage, find the people in your life who support your vision and let them remind you to jump off on the side of love. 11. Flirt with him. Flirting is a sign that you feel attractive. You might feel far away from that, but this is a shortcut for getting back there. Bring your playful self to your interaction with him. Send a silly text, do a happy dance, smile when he is funny, and your friends inside jokes you share. Flirt and you'll trick yourself into feeling confident instead of feeling insecure. Feeling confident is the same as being confident. 12. Make every meeting a date. If you see him, even if it's a divorce attorney, the marriage counselor, or just to hand off the kids, pretend it's a date. Dress up and doll up. Let him open the door and thank him with a sweet smile. Have some fun with it. 13. Seduce him. This is your husband we're talking about, so even if he's being intimate with someone else, he's yours, not hers. You might be tempted to retaliate by locking him out of the bedroom, but when you are trying to restore intimacy, why not start with physical intimacy? It's a great springboard. 14. Get cheerleaders. As I mentioned, this isn't the usual relationship advice, and you might know plenty of people will tell you to throw the boom out or figure out where all the assets are in a preparation for a divorce. Every great come from behind and win the game story has cheerleaders. You will need yours too. Find a friends, coach, or chat group that supports your vision. I, for one, am cheering for you to not only save your marriage, but to make it magical again. I am not saying it will be easy, but I'm saying it will be worth it to feel desired, loved, and adored by your husband again. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment below if you had similar experience, and I hope that my advice helped you to keep your marriage, to save it, or just to let you feel better.